It was a quiet afternoon on the farm after Grandpa's funeral. The family gathering had dispersed, leaving the air heavy with grief and memories. My wife and I were sitting on the porch, sipping tea, when my phone buzzed. It was a call from one of my ranch hands, voice trembling. "Sir, HOA Karen. She's at the edge of the property. She's trying to take over." I immediately felt my blood pressure rise. This wasn't a new story. Karen had a habit of claiming parts of my property under ridiculous pretenses, but trying it right after my grandfather's funeral? That was beyond disrespectful. It was an outright provocation. I grabbed my jacket and walked toward the gate. Sure enough, there she was, flanked by a couple of HOA enforcers, her face the very picture of entitlement. "You need to hand over this land," she demanded, pointing toward the north pasture. "Your grandfather's time is over, and I need this for the HOA." I stopped, a few feet from her, and let the silence stretch. It was deliberate. Karen thrived on chaos, on watching people lose their composure. I wasn't going to give her that satisfaction. I calmly said, "This land has been in my family for generations, and it will remain in my family. You have no right to it." Her face twisted with fury. "I'm filing paperwork. You're breaking the law," she shrieked. Her enforcers nodded, pens and clipboards at the ready. I raised a hand. "Go ahead," I said. "But don't forget, I'm a top state litigator, and this property is fully documented under my name. Your HOA doesn't hold a single shred of authority here." Karen gasped, as if my words had somehow been a physical blow. She didn't respond immediately, her mind racing, no doubt. I used the pause to my advantage. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my phone, and made a quick call to the county registrar. Within minutes, they confirmed my ownership and assured me that any attempt to claim the land illegally would result in immediate legal action. Karen's enforcers started shuffling uneasily, sensing the precariousness of their situation. But Karen wasn't done. She lunged forward, pointing accusingly. "You can't just ignore the HOA," she yelled. "We have rights." I stepped closer, keeping my voice calm but firm. "You have no rights here. You may have the audacity, the desire, and the paperwork you think supports you, but legally, you have nothing. This land is mine, and any attempt to encroach will be treated as trespassing." At that moment, my wife appeared at my side, holding our infant daughter. Karen froze, her eyes widening in disbelief. "Do you honestly think your threats intimidate me?" I said quietly. "Because my family and I will defend our property, our legacy, and each other. Always." Karen's face turned red, not with anger this time, but with realization. She had been outmaneuvered legally, strategically, and morally. The enforcers muttered among themselves, clearly wishing they were anywhere else. I didn't wait for her to process it. I called the local sheriff, explained the situation, and requested that a patrol ensure she left the property immediately. Within minutes, law enforcement arrived. Karen tried to argue, tried to claim some emergency authority, but the deputies ignored her outbursts. She was politely but firmly escorted off the property. I watched from the porch, feeling a mixture of relief and satisfaction. The farm, the land my grandfather had cherished, was safe. Karen could scream. She could call 911. She could even attempt to rally her HOA cronies. But nothing would change the fact that my family owned this property and would defend it at every turn. After the deputies left, I turned to my wife, who was smiling slightly despite the tension. "Another Karen bites the dust," I said. She laughed softly. "You've earned that barbecue tonight," she replied, and together we returned inside to our quiet home. The farm safe, the legacy intact, and the lesson clear. No one, not even HOA Karen, could ever touch what's rightfully ours.